All right, welcome in December 17th. No, tomorrow. It's a week from Christmas, right?
Yes. Great.
It's the most wonderful time of year. Brought to you by DraftKings. It's the most wonderful time of year for getting in on all the hoops, football, and hockey action at the DraftKings Sportsbook. In the season of giving, we're being gifted college football and college basketball, pro football and basketball, and pro hockey too, almost 24/7. So many games every day, so many opportunities to place your first bet. Try betting on something simple like picking a team to win. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and place your bet. And here's a gift for all new customers. Bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code PICKCENTRAL. That's code PICKCENTRAL for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins when you bet just $5. Happy holidays from DraftKings. The crown is yours. All right.
Shout out DraftKings last night.
Oh, that was great.
Clemmer was over, and we had a bunch of the fellas over playing black. It was like we won.
You won money.
Yeah. We won.
It was so much fun. Was it me, you, Dana, Tommy?
Yeah. And
Hubs.
It
It was
looked
a great
like
time.
you guys were sitting on a casting couch together, three of you, which was very funny. And it was a great time. Like the blackjack that they have in Jersey that we play, this new one they have, it's you all get the same hand.
Yeah.
You all play on that table.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
You make your own decision.
you make your own decision.
Like I can hold, he can hit, whatever.
I can, yeah. Like I was doing I got like an ace-9. They all stayed, and the guy had a 7, and they all stayed. I doubled, so I could still.
10.
We had 19, I think, at the point with an ace. So we had ace-9,
Right.
ace-8,
Ace-8.
ace-8. Sorry, and I doubled, which some people do because you're like, I already have higher than this, blah blah whatever. And I won, but they also still won. And then, but sometimes like I would stay and they would hit.
Yeah, I like that. I like
I'd
that.
win. It was kind of cool though.
It was really fun.
Because at the
And
end,
they had
you're
all
like,
these like side bets you could do too. Like if the dealer, or you get doubles and you get like 5x, 6x. It was
the side bets. I think we played for 2 hours. Every time was like, how'd this win? What this happened?
it was so much fun. We had a blast. We did for like 2 hours.
We played Rocket, Slingo.
Oh, Rocket.
Slingo.
Rocket's always fun.
Rocket was great. Yeah. So shout out DraftKings. If you're in West Virginia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, or Jersey, casinos there. Always gamble responsibly though, within your means. Make sure you do that. But it's truly, they have the amount of games they have is insane, and it's a fantastic. You could literally do that with your friends. Put it on the screen at home.
And everybody has their phones.
Everyone has their phones. You don't need to stream it. Just do it. I used to do that back in the day. Or just like put it on the screen, you know?
Yeah.
And you're at home. It really did feel like the next thing to like being at the blackjack
Literally,
table
we're
with my
like,
friends.
we should have more of the guys over and do this.
Not even streaming, just like hanging out. Yeah,
it was
really fun.
Yeah, but shout out DraftKings. Sorry, Bosco.
No, it's all good. I got Jerry calling me, so who knows what that's about. But 2 Monday night games last night.
Take it on the air.
No, you never.
I'm kidding.
You never know. And then he doesn't text back. He makes you nervous.
So you're done for the show.
No, not for the
You're
show.
gonna be thinking about it.
No, it's just so we'll see. Sometimes he calls you just to talk. Sometimes he's got bigger issues. I don't know. We're supposed to record tomorrow. Maybe he's asking about that. We'll see.
Those phone calls between you two must be
can you imagine?
something.
Yeah, I think
How long they usually last?
they can go for a while.
What's like an hour?
Yeah, sometimes. Depends on his mood as well. Depends on mine, but.
It's a combustible phone call. Even watch them interact during surviving. Imagine him on like a phone call.
What do you think's you and Jerry's career long?
Probably an hour when I was losing my mind, and I was like getting him like.
I thought you
he
were
was
I
the
thought you
guy
were gonna
like.
say like 2.5.
No, I think he was. No, I would never. That's impossible. 2.5, like you can't. Even I can. After a while, I want to get off the phone. You know what it does? After a while, I get tired of this, and I don't like putting the
holding
whole
it?
thing on speaker. Yeah, so it's like.
Oh God! If you got AirPods, you'd be over. It'd be dead.
Bro, when I had a flip phone, I used to do a headband, and I would like put it on my ear and be able to walk around. It was wireless. It was unbelievable.
What a piece of
And
shit!
it's unbelievable.
If I see
Imagine him walk around your neighborhood with
walk
that.
around Belmont, with
No, I would only do it in my room.
can, like,
I would only
fucking
do it in my
Jason
room.
Terry.
You in your room?
I did it in my room. Yeah, I would do it in my
Jason
room.
Terry.
I famously like stopped talking to a girl in high school because she would call a lot. Like after a while, it was getting tiresome like to talk on the phone. It was too much. It was very much. All right, 2 games last night. Did we really even have any? The argument now is like if you have 2 games, you really have none.
That's what
Both games kind of suck. Minnesota blows them out as predicted on the show.
I think we could say both games definitely suck.
Yeah, Atlanta wins a close one.
15-9
What's your takeaway? More, I guess, on the Bears. Minnesota just does what they're supposed to do. I said this. They're a good team. They're going to blow them out if they're supposed to. They blew them out. I should have bet them on the spread. I only had the touchdown games, but I really had a really good feeling about Minnesota. What do you take away from the Bears? What do you take away from Caleb?
Caleb doesn't throw an interception.
Unpack that game to start.
Jack Mack has the perfect tweet. Caleb Williams is not playing against Utah State anymore. That's what it is.
Yeah.
He's sometimes. I think the coaching is obviously horrible. I think he's in a tough situation with that. I'm not giving up on Caleb Williams. I think it is detrimental to him a little bit, where it's his confidence is going into next year. It's like he can definitely turn around easily, like that could happen. But when the whole world is shitting on you, and your team is 4-10 now,
4-10,
4-10, when there was a little hype going into it, not like Super Bowl, but like playoffs at least. They got Keenan Allen. They drafted Rome. They already have DJ Moore, Swift. Their defense is supposed to be pretty good, and it's been a true disaster of a season. And it just you wonder. This will show you next year how he is as your future quarterback. Like this year, you can throw away. Rookie years, you never know, right? But I do think I don't know what his confidence, because he's always been the best, right? He was a sure thing. Heisman,
Yeah.
USC, like it was a sure thing when coming out of college, and now it's like, oh, is he a sure thing? So I think I don't know. It's very weird. What do you guys think about him?
He plays so out of control, but he misses so many throws too.
A lot.
Like you watch a full game from him, it does feel like especially in the first half. But today or yesterday, I feel like it was the whole game. He just misses a lot of throws that are there, like plays that are there to be made.
It's like easy throws where you're like, it's not like he's got to thread the needle. It's like
there was a few where Keenan Allen just like he just watched the ball soar
Yeah.
20 feet over his head. And he's kind of just like,
yeah.
what are we doing out here? Yeah, no, I think next year it's going to be like, can he get off the mat?
Yes.
Because you still, it's weirdly enough, like even though he has been bad and like he's been like out of control, like you see the flashes there. Like I don't know. I guess I see like flashes.
No. You definitely
Because you
there's
see
always
some throws,
flashes.
even like last night, like the touchdown at the end of Keenan Allen that like didn't matter. But you see him just like rip a seed like right in his chest, like split between 2 defenders for a touchdown, and it means nothing. No one celebrates. But I'm like, damn, like if he could just do that like consistently,
Yeah, no,
it'd be great.
I think that's
and he
fair.
has the athleticism that he like obviously the play that people are tweeting where he's like running all over the place and then 3rd and 16 he's throwing the ball across the field, like that's stupid.
Yeah.
But the fact that he can just evade the defenders like that, like you see the flash of like he has so much talent, like it's all there.
1,000%.
If he can just like put it in the right
See
way.
the flash. He's also the #1 pick for a reason. Like he's gonna have some good throws, but like it's just more. It also is not helping him that Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels is playing really well. It's not helping his case where it's like and arguably they're on 2 worse teams.
I don't know if that's true anymore.
Coming into the year,
but they're arguably
on paper you feel
for the
that
year
way, but
you would say Bears are better than both of them.
For the year,
Definitely the Broncos.
But
Definitely the Broncos.
They're playing better than him.
but I think there's
I agree, but I think now we know that before the year we were just wrong.
No,
Correct,
I think
correct.
the Commanders are truly not. I think the Commanders are a 5-win team without Jaden
but,
Daniels.
no, but they're I just think there's the offensive line thing is a glaring factor between like those 3. Like if you're comparing those 3 guys, and listen, no, we were wrong. Like I agree more with Clumber. Like we were just wrong at the beginning of the year. I'm hand up, like fell in love with kind of the shiny toys and like the defense was good.
Me too.
But
I'm right with you.
the offensive line has been. I thought they improved it a little bit. It's been such a glaring disaster. And then if you look at like Denver, like they've had a good offensive line. They just gave their tackle like a big extension.
But that matters a lot.
Or
Look at
the
Commanders,
Falcons, they invested a lot of money in Brandon Sheriff. Like they have, like their offensive line is played well and is strong. Listen, I agree with you. Like they're not a playoff team without Jane Daniels, no doubt about it.
That's what I'm saying. That their
I
team
also-
is
but I
not
think
that good.
But I do think there's like having that offensive line, like the differences in those 2 offensive lines and the Bears makes it difficult. Like I just wonder if you put Caleb Williams like in like the Broncos offense, I wonder. Like I don't know. I'm not saying he'd be better or worse.
And better coaching too.
Yeah, like with Sean Payton like running the ship. Like
Sean Payton was getting shit on all last year
I know.
too. Like that's the thing. I understand what you
they
guys
did
are saying.
improve the second half of the season. They got
100%.
blown out by the Dolphins, and he was
Their
really getting
defense
shit
is-
on.
Their Broncos defense is good, right?
Really good.
The Bears defense is better than the Commanders defense. I'm going to tell you that
Yes,
right now.
No, yes,
But the
totally,
Commanders defense isn't on the field as much as the Bears defense because
Correct.
because Jaden Daniels is playing
Right.
well to keep him off of. That's where I'm saying where it's like I think the Broncos defense is so good. Like I think the Broncos defense. So that's the Broncos are kind of I'm doing Commanders Bears right now. Commanders were supposed to have to be like the worst cornerbacks of all time.
Yeah, no,
Like
100%.
their secondary was supposed to be like, holy shit, are they going to win a game?
I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's that good.
It's not, but they have, 9 wins?
Let me throw a couple numbers
9
at
to
you
5.
here. So Jaden Daniels has been sacked 37 times for a total of 186 yards. Okay, Caleb Williams has been sacked 58 times. That leads the league, by the way, for a total of 402 yards.
That's not all on him,
Well,
though.
I know
It's not all on the line.
offensive
He
line.
No, that's not
No,
all
he
on
holds
the
it too
line,
long
but he
for
holds
sure.
the ball.
Both
Like,
things
that's
can be
also
true.
could
No,
be Jaden Daniels
agreed.
throwing the. I 100% agree.
Both are true.
But sometimes he holds the ball, doesn't throw the ball away.
And,
that doesn't
and it
count
is,
there,
but
you
it is
know,
odd. Like so, even though it's only 20 more sacks, which is a lot more, it's more than twice as many yards.
He's going all the way
He's
back.
all the way
He takes
back.
bad
Yes,
sacks.
he
He
takes
So, like,
really bad ones.
that's a problem. Now, for this show, I do want to mention this because I've been saying this now for a while now. 3 straight weeks in a row. Actually, it's been 7 or 8 now. Caleb Williams is not throwing an interception. And for picks, you're getting that. I got that at basically minus 110, even money, just about. If you can get Caleb Williams under half an interception for good money, good value, take it because they're not letting him throw the ball very far.
And he also just does everything else. He fumbles.
He fumbles, he sacks.
Yeah.
And you're right.
First one was on downs.
And you're right. They're not on the field very much. So that Caleb Williams not throwing a pick is a really good play right now.
Yeah, Jack points out it's not been good. Truly.
No, I think what he said is perfectly accurate.
Yeah.
Like it can be both. It can be the offensive line and coaching can be atrocious, and he also can be.
I think
playing
we're
with shit.
all on the same page.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
no,
like,
the
you're
offense.
not saying that he's
the
like,
offense has been a disaster as a whole.
Yeah.
Coaching's bad, offensive line bad, Caleb's been bad.
If I'm
It's
the
just been
Bears,
bad.
the next coach I want to get is someone who specifically can work with quarterbacks.
Has to be.
But this year, Commanders, right? First year.
yeah.
Yeah, they just fired Ron Rivera.
Well, it's Dan Quinn.
Yeah, but first year
That's
coach.
Well, no, first with this team.
No, with Jaden, I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like
yes.
new coach. That's his quarterback.
or a guy that you know
And
has
he's
worked with Matt Ryan
he's
before.
He's an
So, like,
offensive guy.
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
Right,
it just no
but-
matter
but-
what, like coming in with a new quarterback instead of just inheriting one or like getting it, like this is now Eberflus was like that was so stupid that he was ever the coach.
it's a wasted year.
And it's a waste of a year. And now it's like you have another coach coming in where obviously it'd still be okay with Caleb Williams to be your quarterback, but it's not the one that you're with a coach. You drafted them with your team and your GM and everything. Like, I think that shit matters a lot.
Totally. And I think Eberflus is the perfect example of winning a few games to the end of the year. You shouldn't just like get your job saved off that. That's
not at
the
all.
dumbest thing you can do. Oh my goodness. I forgot they were 4-2. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Too.
8 in a row.
Jesus.
The moment that ended their season.
Literally collapsed. As a team, they collapsed.
And then the next week they they got field goal blocked.
Yeah, against the
the
Packers.
It's been a nightmare.
Like that, to be honest,
The Bears has been a
should have been
nightmare
6-2 at that point.
Oh man.
And then everything's different. No, this has been a disaster.
And in so many of these games, like even like last night, they get blown out. They have first and goal at the 1 to make it 13-7. They score off it. The guy doesn't report. Eligible.
Yep.
5-yard penalty. Next play, holding. Now it's first and goal from the 16. They don't score. They kick a field goal. You're thinking it's about to be 13-7. They're back in the game. Like it just felt like they kept getting the ball and having these I bet the Bears last night +7. They kept being like they're about to do it. Like they're about to make the run. They always do this. The second half team. They always get they got shut up for the 5th time last night in the first half.
Yep.
Insane. But they would keep doing these things. They'd go out and score a bunch of the second half. They did against the Vikings, against the Lions.
That might be a play though for the rest of the year. Is like you take their under in first half points.
Yeah.
They've been so bad. Like all the damage that Caleb Williams has done, like good, I'm saying, all in the second half.
All comes later. Yeah.
He always just
garbage time.
He's had games where he throws for like 50 yards and then throws for like
Yes.
250 yards and 3 touchdowns in the second half.
That might be something to keep an eye on.
You're right though, Clemmer, about the interception stuff because they don't throw the ball deep.
No.
Like DJ Moore had 8 receptions for 46 yards.
They can't.
They
They
can't
don't have the protection. He can't be that back there long enough to throw it deep.
So that interception, it's the opposite of the Drake May thing, where Drake May to throw an interception hits 5 weeks in a row for me. This has been hitting now 8 weeks in a row. No, 3 for me.
And to change it real fast, I'm gonna say it. The Falcons are horrible.
Well, no.
They're
well,
bad.
They're bad.
Yeah, yesterday
They won.
If they had played any other team besides the Giants or the
Yeah,
Raiders,
correct.
they would have lost. They were atrocious.
Let's be positive for a second. They won the game.
No, you take
won
the
the
win.
game.
You take the
They won
win.
the game.
They're
But
not
when you're-
apologizing for a win.
They're
but yeah,
one
I
game
don't
back
think-
in the division.
You,
Right, I
Kirk
don't think
Cousins,
and they hold the tiebreaker.
But that's what's sick is being one game back in the division after they fucking beat them twice. They had such a
So that's
lead.
what all they need to do is tie him. If they
Yeah.
could just
All
get
you
to
need to
the
do is just a
same,
game.
You
They're really half
have-
game back.
Yeah.
they can just tie him.
Max
Game back.
Crosby.
But they beat them twice. That's what's crazy is how far they've fallen.
I
So
know.
a full
Yeah.
game
Bad.
down.
And guess what? Their next game is against the Cream Puff.
Max
Lions.
Crosby did
Yeah.
not play.
Easy dub.
The best defender on their team did not play. They had Desmond Ritter at the quarterback
Not good.
position.
Oh
Kirk Cousins went 11 of 17 for 112 yards.
He might be cooked, huh?
no,
Yeah.
it's
I
tough.
think
No,
so.
I think
Horrible.
it's
You
bad.
have,
He's
like-
When a guy, we've seen this. When a guy goes to a new location, you think it's going to work out. We've seen it with Rivers, Matt Ryan. It's
but
not
he-
always
I
a
mean,
guarantee.
weirdly enough, but
It's not
he-
always a guarantee.
But
Like,
he was weird where I know obviously he came off the injury last
especially
year.
old in their age. Yeah.
He was throwing for a bunch of yards and touchdowns when he got hurt. Granted, they were garbage time, a lot of them. They were just down big in games, had to throw the ball. But this is a little bit different. Where, like he comes off the injury. They signed like big contracts, like with Rivers and some of the guys you met, like Ryan. Like they were really falling off. We hadn't really seen like the Kirk Cousins fall off until really the last like month and a half.
Last 5 games.
Because I was going to say, even he wasn't great like that first couple games, but then he had a nice run there where he was playing well in the middle of the season, like beginning, middle of the season. And then, the last like month and a half, he's
think like
falling off a cliff.
Penix is just back there like, come on.
He's got,
They
they
can't.
showed him yesterday. He's kind of like, I just think they probably have to like Kirk ride out the season probably.
You paid him how much?
Right. So the last 5 games.
But I think if it keeps going the way it is, they don't win the division, they don't make the playoffs. I think you almost have to go to Penix.
The last 5 games, Kirk Cousins 1 touchdown, 9 picks.
Horrible.
Oh, he's been
I mean that Chargers game, he was the reason they lost. The Chargers couldn't. The defense was playing out of their minds.
wait.
I think they only scored off a pick 6. They literally didn't. I don't think they scored. The Chargers won a football game. They didn't score an offensive touchdown.
They don't want to bench Kirk Cousins because they want him to be the scapegoat if they just miss the playoffs entirely. Because that
Yes.
way, if you plug Penix in
They
now,
were already
and-
there, though.
I get it.
I
but,
will
like,
say, like, Penix is already old.
I also
Not
think
old, but
there's-
for a quarterback, he's
For a
24,
first-year quarterback.
25 or whatever. I do think, like, him taking I think Penix is going to have a good situation.
I think so,
like,
too.
Can I
where
ask
it's
this,
like, 'cause
though?
You want people yearning for you as well, where it's not like it's like a Caleb Williams right now or like.
if
I
Penix
also-
plays now and stinks, then people are
Yes,
just going to hate
that's
him
what I was
all
gonna
offseason.
say.
Exactly what I was going to say.
It's also not fair to put him in right now.
The potential damage is not worth like the upside.
I think it's a little psychological. Like, do you want to lose You want to have two guys stink on you in the same season.
Yes.
Almost the Falcons. Like, I think that's why they're holding him. They know Cousins stinks, and it's going to be a failure of a year. But if you put Penix in, and he also is not the guy, at the end of the year, you're like, yo, we burned two bridges.
But on the other side, you're a half game out of the home playoff game.
Wait, Tampa Bay lost
To the Falcons twice. So if they can,
All they gotta do is
match
tie.
the Bucks, they would win.
You're a half
The
game
funny
back.
thing is, both of them have 3 very easy games left.
I know.
The
Well-
Bucks have Cowboys, Panthers, Saints,
Oh, very winnable.
and then the Falcons have
Giants
the Giants, the Commanders, which is not easy.
Not easy.
and the Panthers.
And the Panthers.
That Commanders game could trip them up.
That
It's
Commanders game could fuck the Commanders. That's basically a playoff game for them because if they both have 9 wins and Falcons have a tiebreaker, Commanders get knocked out.
They could.
yeah.
Like that.
But the
means a
Falcons
lot.
would need to really win out, but I guess it is possible.
The Falcons are they're going to beat the
The
Giants.
Falcons went 10-7. They
The Falcons fashion and Giants fashion, somehow Tim Boyle would beat them.
totally.
That's the only team that the Giants can beat is.
Hold on, I need this for with Meek. Meek would be my guy to know this. I was actually going to text you this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I keep seeing like discrepancies in who has the tiebreaker for the number 1 pick.
It's the Raiders have a tiebreaker.
That's what I thought too. But why did Field Yates and Schefter keep
Field-
saying the opposite?
Yes.
because they just
Because everything else I
Didn't see
was
it.
seeing the
No,
whole time, it was Raiders the whole
predicting
time.
how
I
the
think I
team
know
goes
why.
down
That
the
came
stretch.
out today that the
But
Giants
they
have a
keep saying-
61% chance to get Shador at 1.
So here's why I think.
I'm so confused.
So
I
it's,
need the
it's
like.
based on strength of schedule.
I knew that, but it
But
something would change.
But the next because the next 3 games could determine the next. Like this, it's only up to how many games you played so far.
Basically, if they both
Giants
lost
had a tough
out,
schedule,
if
too.
they both lost out, the Giants would get the number 1 pick.
I don't know
Is that
who
what
do
you're
the
telling
Giants have left. The Falcons. obviously,
Falcons,
who are not a who are-
Colts and
I think
Eagles.
Colts and Eagles, yeah.
Like
Eagles,
that-
is
Those are
gonna
all
be-
those-
Eagles are obviously
those
good.
teams
and
all have
Colts
good
are
winning
like
percentages.
not Colts aren't great.
That's the thing. It's on standings right now. That's
So
the
that
legit
tells me
ones.
that the Giants wouldn't have the number 1.
Cleveland has
That's
3
why I'm
wins and they're
confused.
7th. Cleveland has 3 wins and they're 7th.
Yeah, it's
Because
tough.
you want to
Jesus.
have the worst winning percentage there. You
Even
want to
having
play the
4.
worst teams.
The Raiders have worse teams than us coming up. They have the Jaguars next,
Yep.
and they have the Saints, and they have the Chargers.
So that tells me that if each team loses out, the Raiders will have the number 1 pick.
Well, that's what I kept thinking. It was annoying me because I was seeing Field Yates and Schefter and these guys like saying it would be the Giants and doing mocks like literally with like the Giants in the 1 hole, and I'm like, how is?
That's the only that
I've
makes
been
sense to
I've
me.
been seeing the opposite like all year.
Yeah, it's based on so the fact that the Giants have weaker opponents is bad. You want or better opponents is bad. You want to play weaker opponents and lose to them.
Like when you,
I'm
do it
like
right
freaking.
now, if you look, I'm looking at something
need the
else. It
Raiders
says
to beat the
Giants
Jags.
are-
I do because I'll tell you I don't like Cam Ward. I'm just gonna say it.
No.
As an NFL
no.
player, I don't like him.
Ev, if we draft Cam
It's
Ward,
Shador or
it's
nothing.
fucked.
To me, it's like
Can you,
Shador.
I don't know. Can you explain why?
To
don't know
me,
that.
Shador is such a more like polished passer in the pocket, like better decision maker.
I've seen him, but what's bad about Cam Ward?
I think he just plays a little too like schoolyardy, like a little too slow.
He relies on his talent.
Yeah,
too
like
much
I
than
think he has
actual-
more like he's a better athlete, like bigger arm. He's like physically bigger, like just a bigger human.
Also, the ACC
I just
stinks.
think he's slow. I just
Who's a
think
Cam Ward comp in the NFL game today?
I don't know.
Rookie Josh Allen. Because Josh Allen's really bad those first 2 seasons.
Yeah,
You forget about
I
it.
guess
No,
like,
but
but
you can,
even Josh Allen's way bigger still.
Yeah.
Cam Ward's probably like 6'3", like
Cam Ward doesn't run
220.
it as well as Allen though.
Yeah, no, it's tough because Allen's just so otherworldly now. It's
Yeah.
like hard to compare him to anyone.
The problem is, Ev, what would you do it to if you don't take Cam
I'd trade
Ward?
down.
I would trade down as well.
If we get one, I'd
trade
trade
down,
down.
or are you just say fuck it and take Travis Hunter?
What do you?
Which
You just take the best
I
football
think
player.
that's okay.
Listen,
Travis Hunter second, I think would be okay.
to me, it would be okay. Like if I'm good with trading back. Trading back, I'm like more than good with. But if they're in love with Travis Hunter, I think he's just like in.
If you trade down
think he's
to
like a
another
can't-miss
shitty
player.
team, that gives you another lottery ticket for Manning next year.
That's why. And the quarterback class
That's
next
if
year
they
is
give up a
good.
first rounder.
Who would?
Oh, they would. I mean,
Yeah.
You're trading number
course
2
they are.
picks.
Yeah,
Bring
sure.
up that list.
Yeah.
Multiple number ones.
Yeah.
I have a Travis Hunter
Phil,
take.
can you put the list up again real fast?
Oh, my bad, yeah.
Do your take and then go.
I have a Travis Hunter take I don't think you guys are going to like. He's obviously going to go, like, what, top 2, 3?
for sure, top 3.
I don't think he's worth, like, that high of a pick. Because if he plays wide receiver, I think he's like an average, maybe slightly above average wide receiver. I don't think he's ever going to live up to being a top 3 pick in the NFL.
I think you're. I disagree with the. Well, I'd say I disagree with the average receiver thing.
Is he elite at either position?
I think he's elite at both. I think that's what makes him that special.
I don't think he's elite at wide receiver, but I do think he's elite at cornerback.
I think.
What if he goes to the Patriots? Patriots desperately need wide receivers, so he would.
Well, that's what it's been the conversation now.
I don't know if they let him though, because I saw him talking with some people, and they were like, they're like, it's cool and all that you're doing it, but like imagine you're facing. It was a bad example, but it's still not like you're covering Tyreek Hill for a whole ass drive, running up and down, and then all of a sudden, okay, now you have Jalen Ramsey on you now. It's like you're gonna have the best. You're gonna have best and best both sides.
It's just not gonna work.
And it's like it's a big difference than playing in the Big 12 in college football. And it's impressive what he did, but it's fucking crazy to do both.
It's a big leap.
I think that's also you're putting. Sorry, Ab, but you're drafting a guy second overall, and to be honest, all the injury risks are there playing both sides, and that's a lot of time to be on the field to get injured when you're investing a lot in this guy.
I think he's a better corner. And I also think it's a more like doable thing to play full-time corner and then play like half the snaps, you know what I mean, at receiver. Like I feel like for someone like him, maybe that's doable. But I agree with you, Clemmer, where it's like if he goes to the Patriots, like they have a more glaring need at receiver.
I think they'll put him in.
But he could do both. I really think he's
corner.
elite at both,
I think he plays corner full-time, and they run packages for him at wide receiver.
I think he could even do a little, like a hair more than that and all. Like I think he's shown at least the cardio for it. The durability is the biggest issue.
If you guys trade down, can the Giants fan base basically it means you're punting the season?
I want to trade down if we get the
which
first
is fine.
pick.
And I understand
if we're not going to get Shedeur, I'm like fine with it because it's just to me it's the right move. I truly think if we take Cam Ward,
you have another year like this again.
I think Cam Ward's a big mistake. I think it's a mistake.
You're trading down to 6?
Yes.
Because
New England's not taking a quarterback.
Yeah.
Jacksonville's not taking a
So
quarterback.
you're getting. So let's say I'm totally spitballing. You're getting
Carolina's not
Tennessee's
taking a quarterback.
number 1. You're getting the 6th pick, and you're getting Tennessee's number 1 next year. So.
Oh, we get an extra.
all
first
in.
next
You
year.
might need to throw in a third.
So
Like I'm just saying. Let's basically.
Also, we can have 6, 7, 8, not 6, 7, 6, 8 fight over our pick.
Mm-hmm.
Because
even 10.
Even New
Orleans.
Assuming all those teams want Cam Ward, though, if they might be down.
Exactly,
Cam
you're
Ward,
hoping they want him bad.
Like, would you guys be willing to have another year like this next year if it means getting 2 number 1s next year?
If we're not going to get Shedeur, yes, because I think it's
just another year to swallow.
I want Shedeur so bad.
I've swallowed the last
want that
decade.
too.
I'll tell you this right now.
What's another if I think the quarterbacks that we're going to take would just be bad?
Because then you're stuck.
I'm with you, Ev.
Then you're stuck.
I just don't like Cam Ward.
4 more years. I also want Shedeur more than Archie Manning. That's how I think good Shedeur is. Truly.
Wow.
I'm not kidding.
I like Shedeur.
The only thing I'm worried about with Shedeur is the distraction of then is Deion supposed to be the coach?
No.
I don't think that's going to be a
distraction.
thing at all.
I think Deion's not going to be the coach. We can't do that.
I don't think
that is a distraction.
And
100%.
he's already said like the thing about him not wanting to play for teams like that's nonsense.
Did you see him?
He's playing catch with neighbors. Yeah,
I
he
know.
loves it.
It made me so excited.
Oh, I loved it.
It was on the side of the fucking road. I was so excited.
We need the Raiders to win.
You guys need to be watching the Raiders games with the intensity of 1,000.
Last night I was like, oh my! If that wasn't a fucking rough in the passer or 2 minutes left, they're gonna win that game. They could have won that game.
You guys are like that close to having.
We're locked in. Yeah.
I want Shedeur.
The Black
the Raiders
Friday
have
game,
left.
the Raiders almost won. And the center fucking fumbled it.
That's right.
Yeah, the
That's a good
Chiefs
point.
game. I want him. I want him so bad.
Does Vegas have anything left? What are they?
The Jags. They play the Jags. That's our shot.
And I will tell you, after just
Need them
playing
to
the
beat
Jags,
the
the Jags are playing to win.
Saints as well. Saints is like okay, and then Chargers.
The Saints don't have a
Or
quarterback.
the Chargers. Is there a world where the Chargers are already locked into a playoff spot and they don't play that game?
They could.
Say it again.
The Chargers would be locked in week 18 to that playoff
There's a very
spot.
good chance.
There's a very good chance that happens, Rico. That's not even just a crazy possibility. I'd say
Yeah,
that
because they have a 2-game lead on Indianapolis right now.
I would say
Chargers,
that's likely to happen, Rico.
Yeah, the Chargers. Oh, they got the Broncos. They're gonna. Yeah, as long as they beat the Patriots, they would have 9 wins. I think they'd be safe. They have to beat at the Patriots.
I think
Chargers
it's
have to win at
crazy
the
that
Patriots.
I think there's a very good chance that game is a punt
The
game.
game
for the
means
Chargers.
nothing.
I think it's crazy that Harbaugh is not the coach of the year. I think it's insane.
No, I actually
think it's a
disagree.
fraud?
I think it should be O'Connell.
I think that with Harbaugh, And obviously that's.
I mean, they just got blown. I mean, I
understand,
to me,
but
they lose to all the good teams.
Yeah, but you also have a team where you haven't. All you changed was Joe Alt, and you lost your receivers. You've kept the same quarterback that you've had, which is obviously good. But like, and definitely like O'Connell deserve. Like I'm not like saying
I think they're 12 and 2.
12 and 2, but they also do have the
Sam Darnold.
the best receiver in football.
But, I mean, they plugged in as Sam Darnold, people who off like the shit pile.
But like, look at I look at the Chargers roster. It's horrible.
Listen, the Vikings have a better roster, no doubt about
Way
that.
better.
But they got a shot here where like
anyway, the Chargers are 8-6.
We have a very decent chance now with them tied. We could have a Week 18 game between the Vikings and Lions for where a bye or your wild card.
I think the Vikings
are the biggest stakes you can have besides playoffs.
I think the Lions are fucked.
Their defense, I feel so bad for them. Their
21 on the IR. 21 people.
13 on the defense. And like 5 or 6
Montgomery,
of them starters.
Montgomery being out is
and he's out for the year. MCL, he's gone for the year.
He's out for the year, and like I know Gibbs is amazing. That's great. They still have him, but like the tandem really did work perfectly.
Need that.
But them like Ali McNeil and like Hutchinson. Like they can't catch a break.
Poor guys on a podcast being like, he's like, just get me to the Super Bowl, I'll get there. I feel bad for Hutchinson because I love watching him play.
He's really good.
He's so good.
Kevin O'Connell, by the way, 667 all-time winning percentage, 32-60 in lifetime.
No, and
Pretty good coach, man.
Right. I understand.
They're just having such a like if they end up the number 1 seed in the NFC.
It's crazy.
They went 13-4 2 years ago.
Coming in this year, people thought they were going to be the only team in the NFC North that like didn't matter.
I'm such a guy though, where it's like when your team's dog shit and you make the playoffs the year after, I'm like, he deserves it.
They were dog shit last year.
Your first year.
The Vikings were bad last year.
7-10, but like I guess like
Kirk
yeah,
also got hurt.
Like they're bad. I mean, 7-10's
The Chargers. The
7-10's
Chargers
not great.
no, it's bad, definitely bad.
The Chargers losing Keenan Allen, like really, like they're. I know Eckler wasn't everything last year, but he was gone. Like they really just seem to downgrade a lot, and it's like, huh. But you're right. They also are only beating shitty teams.
Like I thought that was tough to get blown out the way they did against Tampa in the second half. Like that was.
And I still don't think they're good. That's mine. I'm just more
the Chargers.
like
I just think I just think they're destined to lose in the first round. When they play good teams, they lose.
Yeah, but that I don't know. That style could make for a good playoff game though. Keep it low.
But against who? Like who are they going to trip up on the road in the AFC? Bills?
No.
The Chiefs?
The Chiefs play low scoring. So yes, I do think
but they
could
beat the
trip up.
Bill. They beat
and
the
it's
Chiefs
the division.
They've done it against the Chiefs, you know. Like I mean, the Chiefs have already beaten the Chargers.
The Chiefs beat them twice already.
Easily.
Yeah, something about the division. I don't know. I think the Chargers.
Like I mean, I guess if you want to say like the Steelers or Ravens, but even that, I don't think so.
Yeah. If you're looking at the list of AFC teams, like you have to make the Chargers a pesky team. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at. So
no, I hear you. No,
I'm gonna be honest.
You're very efficient.
I think the Broncos are peskier.
Yes.
Like I think the Broncos.
I worry about a rookie quarterback though.
I think the Broncos.
As good as he's been,
I think the Broncos with that
defense,
defense have a better chance to go on the road and trip up one of these teams than the Chargers do.
Bo Nix doesn't turn the ball over a lot, right? His last game he played awful. They scored 30 points because their defense.
Defense is
like
great.
Their defense, and I know it's against the Colts, but like their defense is really, really good. That's what you need. You keep it. You literally how the Broncos won a Super Bowl. Their quarterback didn't turn off the ball too much. He was 75 years old, and their defense was one of the best of all time.
Also, the Chargers, I think there's so many. They're like the first, like if you look at their schedule, the first like half of the season, they played nobody with a quarterback. And if you see all their like defensive metrics and stats, they had all these like, oh my god, they're this great defense. They finally start playing like offenses, and they're getting absolutely torched. Like I just think the Chargers are very much fool's gold.
Right.
I think Harbaugh's like a phenomenal coach, and he's steadied the ship. Like he's got them. He's laid a foundation down for them to have success going forward. I just think this year, I agree with Mark. Like the roster is not great, so I do give them credit for like what the turnaround.
Both teams, who are the Broncos going to face in the playoffs? They're going to lose the first round. Like who?
They probably play.
Who they do to play,
You
right?
can't.
But Clemmer, one of them could get the Texans. The
Broncos could beat the Texans.
First one, they absolutely could go beat. They absolutely could go beat the Texans. Either. Well, I think.
No, because I don't think. No, I don't think that because I think they're locked into 6-7.
I'm sorry. The Ravens Steelers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're right.
So they're going to get the Bills.
the
or Steelers.
loser
I think you
Ravens
could beat
Steelers.
I think
Broncos could beat the Steelers.
So do the Chargers. I think the Chargers.
I don't know.
I
I don't think the Broncos can
I don't
be.
think the Chargers
I
can.
really do. The way the Steelers
that
are
would be-
I think you need to bet. I think you need to bet the Chargers right now.
the way the
be in
Chargers are
Pittsburgh.
playing down the stretch, I think the Chargers.
They played the Steelers.
Broncos could
They
beat
played the
in
Steelers and got
Pittsburgh.
smacked.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
The Broncos could
So,
beat the Steelers at the Steelers.
I think that defense, all kidding aside, I think that defense would make Bo Nix's life hell in Pittsburgh. I think that's a really tough matchup. And nothing against Bo Nix.
But the Steelers
That's
have
a
taken
nightmare matchup
the
for
Steelers.
quarterback.
The
Also,
Steelers' offense have been
Russ revenge
slowing
game.
down.
Yes, it is.
Russ Denver revenge
That'd be
game.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Steelers win that game.
I think Steelers win, but the Broncos can definitely beat them.
I think
I have a tough time going in.
think that gets really hard.
If they have to go to Pittsburgh with that defense, it's a tough game.
yeah, but is TJ Watt okay?
They said he's good. They said he's probably going to play this week.
Eesh.
That's what Tomlin said. He said that he
should
looked
not
good.
play.
he could use a week off.
Yeah,
That might be a thing where
but
maybe.
it's tough. They're playing for the division this week.
I know. That's the thing is you can't.
Can't like you.
That's
literally
a
can't.
That's
guy-
the thing where maybe things are settled by week 18.
That's
and
a
you can rest
guy-
those
Oh,
guys.
of course, if
When
they could.
you lose one guy, it shows every year when they lose him. They are a totally different defense.
100%. He's a game changer. Absolute game. He's a game wrecker.
He's everything to them.
Totally.
So the Russell Wilson deal has been working out well for the Steelers. Rico, you know what else is a great deal? That's even
I
better.
do know, Phil. I do. I had it on my list of things, but it's always good to talk about games.
I like Phil being our lead-in
The best.
guy.
Yeah,
for
I do too.
The best in the business.
He also ticks the worst times, but yes, this today was pretty good.
That was good.
It was
good.
bad.
That
He was
was
having a good day today, I think.
No, he had a bad
Oh,
joke.
really?
It wasn't even. I'm not
was
even
brutal.
repeat. It's not even a repeatable joke. It was so bad.
Let me tell you about our
Phil?
friends at Game Time. Game Time is focused. Just phase them out. Game Time is focused on togetherness this holiday season. When you bring people together at live events, the experience is that much better, and it's the perfect gift. You know how much we love Game Time. Now with their brand new Game Time Picks features, they're making it even easier to get to a game. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. I was looking at the Paul St. John's tonight. Right dead center, 30, or actually off to the side a little bit, foul line extended, $39. So an amazing Game Time Picks deal, $39. Just pull up. That's again tonight. Great Big East battle. Pull up your chosen event and turn on the GT Picks setting at the top of the screen, or browse the best local Game Time Picks deals near you on your Game Time app homepage. What are you waiting for? I'm going to buy those St. John's tickets now with Game Time Picks. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code PICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code PICKS for $20 off. Download Game Time app today. What time is it? Game Time. Ed, why don't you tell them about Omaha Steaks as well?
Should have Omaha. So everyone, I always talk about get excited when that white package comes in. Should have Omaha. Nothing delivers comfort and joy like the unrivaled quality and taste of Omaha Steaks. It's guaranteed perfection every single bite. And right now, you can save on unforgettable gifts with 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. It's 50% plus score an extra $30 off with promo code PICKS, P-I-C-K-S. With 5 generations of experience, they consistently deliver the world's best steak experience, and the gifting experts at Omaha Steaks have made it easy to deliver the perfect gift with thoughtfully curated gift packages featuring gourmet favorites. They said there's nothing better. That big white box comes in, you tear it open, got steaks, burgers, meats. That's what my pops always got, the steaks and burgers, got desserts, everything. Like I said, legendary steaks, mouthwatering desserts, and more. Save 50% off site-wide for a limited time at omahasteaks.com. Plus, our listeners get an extra $30 off the promo code PICKS, P-I-C-K-S. That's 50% off at omahasteaks.com. An extra $30 off with promo code PICKS. Minimum purchase may apply. Shit at Omaha.
I was in Florida this weekend. Went into my parents' freezer. Omaha Steaks.
Fantastic.
And then I took them out, and there was also burgers. We had Omaha Steak burgers. And
Fantastic.
it was unbelievable.
They're a staple in the McDowell household.
My parents are going to be getting some Omaha Steaks for Christmas.
Yeah,
best.
perfect gift.
There was one thing we pulled up, the polls quote, where it said we're going to take the North. Like, what the going back to the Bears. What the fuck is he supposed to say, though?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
I
with
agree.
you then. I
What
thought
the
you were.
fuck is he supposed
yeah,
to
I
say?
hate that stuff. Like,
Of course,
obviously.
and that's the world we live in, like the old takes
Yeah, they love
exposed
that
and-
shit.
Like, what do you want? You want people to not have opinions?
You got the number 1 pick, and you were like, I think we're gonna go 4 and.
Right, yeah, we're going to go 4 and 12. It's going to be a
13 this year,
disaster.
like-
He's going to lead the league in sacks.
like, I don't
You
know
could,
what you're
at the end of
saying.
it, in a couple of years, you'd be like, when it didn't work out, you'd be like, yeah, he was wrong. But what's he supposed to say?
Yeah, no, I actually agree with you.
It's the same. I've seen them ask reporters, or like, it was back when they asked Kobe or something. He's like, what do you want me to say? We're supposed to lose? We're
Yeah.
down 3-0. Like, it's like, how do you rally from that? It's like, what do you want me to say? We're supposed
People
You know
like
what I mean? Like,
people like Phil get so excited when someone's wrong, though. It makes them so happy.
Yeah, I know. It's unfortunately the world we live in. Like, the coaches are going to say things and have takes, and the reporters are going to, like, ask the stupid questions and dunk on them when they think they got to. You know what I mean? Like, But I don't. What did you want polls to say?
No, it's what he's supposed to say. I actually just saw some things saying that basically they're that they want Vrabel. Like Vrabel's like their number one pick.
That would be a great
just,
pick for
It just
them.
makes sense.
Oh, yeah, go,
This
can
guy,
you go to-
I want
Kevin
Vrabel.
Warren. I would want.
Chiefs-
I want Vrabel too.
Chiefs Twitter yesterday.
What about the Chiefs Twitter?
Phil's eating
Barstool
something. What's he
Chief.
eating? I wonder.
Barstool Chief.
What are you eating, Phil? Something good?
He's a fucking wacko.
He's gonna tell you.
It's a thumbs up.
Phil's
Working on it. He's getting it up.
Looks like he's really enjoying it.
Those burgers that those guys
I've
went
actually
to.
never
speaking of
seen
eating
him
those
eat.
burgers that those guys went to at Minnesota, the 5-8 Club.
That's like a
and
famous
Matt's
thing,
Bar,
like
they're
the juicy-
both
what are
unbelievable.
they called?
Yeah,
Juicy
the Juicy
Lucy,
Lucy.
whatever?
They're both unbelievable.
You've had them?
Yes.
What's this?
Is this? Serious man.
What do you want from Chiefs Twitter?
What is this?
I don't know. This is McCaskey. You said pull up Chiefs Twitter.
Never
Was there a
mind.
video
He
you
had something
wanted?
with Vrabel in it, and
Oh, that okay.
Yeah, we don't want a picture of an old man.
we're talking
taking up the
about
whole
this.
screen.
What was that? Just did it without asking. Like
No. He's eating his lunch.
I've never seen him eat lunch.
Really? Yeah.
Never.
Yeah. He never.
He hides.
Yeah, he does hide. He doesn't like. I don't think he likes to show that he eats.
Thanks, Phil.
This is good too.
Give us it down a little bit,
Right.
Phil.
He doesn't know how. All right, move on. It was Vrabel.
I don't believe you.
I don't
I
think
actually.
that's
I know it's not.
I think
him.
I need
was
video
gonna say.
evidence.
It's not him, but
So you think it's?
Oh, and she,
Oh, gonna.
Oh, he's pulled around,
I
that's
got
fine.
it, yeah.
looks exactly like him.
All right. I mean, that just pull up the thing. Like he
I know.
zoomed into
I
his
What do you
know.
mean pull up a thing?
You zoomed into his head first, like an asshole. It looks like a thing in a newspaper. Like a fucking. Like
All
spot
right,
the
Bosco, I'm
differences.
sorry.
what are you eating, Phil? What are you having?
Nonsense.
Ham sandwich.
Oh,
Um,
mustard?
Homemade.
It's how Mom. Be careful. It's how Mama Cass died.
It's true.
Choking on a ham sandwich.
Phil has no idea what Mama Cass is.
Oh.
Is it mustard on that, Phil?
No mayo.
Oh, you're so gross.
I respect.
Says
I
the
wanna-
guy that eats like pizza with a fork and
Mayo
knife.
over mustard.
I don't eat pizza.
Oh, mayo and mustard both.
Not a mustard guy.
really?
I only like mayo on like a cold cut sandwich. That's pretty much it.
I like.
Maybe a burger,
I really like mustard.
just a little bit though.
I want to preface this because I don't want to talk about this too much. But Travis Hunter's girlfriend.
I have that on the list.
I don't really
because I don't
care.
know too much about
I
it.
hate. I know you're in the public and people like love commenting on people's girlfriends and all this stuff. She's not helping herself. I want to say that when she's saying things, they were.
I don't understand the story. I don't know the story at
She
all.
was
Sorry.
recently.
On
They
this
were.
world.
He was at an event.
Yep.
And there has been a bunch of incidents that she is like always angry at things. He was at an event taking pictures for the event for people to meet him. And she was sitting on the couch being like, am I supposed to just sit here all day?
Okay.
She said that.
Yeah.
What do you mean? And then she yesterday, which never helps, as everyone in the public when people are saying things about you, it does suck when people are saying things about you and it's not true, or like people are calling you a bad person, and it sucks. We all have been through it. She went on and then talked about how Travis Hunter doesn't drink, smoke, or party.
Okay.
She went on to say that he would drive her to the bars and the clubs and whatever and wait out there for hours for her till she's done partying to come back and drive home. This day, don't say those things.
It's funny. So she did like an 8. She did literally like an
8
8
minutes.
plus minute like kind of like explain those situations. One thing like someone like in her spot, less is more, sweetheart.
It's more.
Less is more.
Man's game.
No, but
Like
you
no,
have
but
to
just
preface-
but why
you
are
have to
like why
preface
are
it,
you
though.
doing like a PSA like?
Well, no, you have to
Like,
preface
no, I
this.
agree with that.
Like,
yes.
what are you
You're only
doing?
already.
Like, all you're doing is making you and your man look worse.
You have to preface
like, what are
this,
you
though.
doing?
I'll give you an example.
You have to see her side a second, bro. You have to give her a second. We're
All
not 4 guys talking about a girl. You got to see her side in a way.
But no, but
No, but listen, what I'm saying
no
is,
one, like, why does she have to
you're
answer?
right.
She doesn't
Don't
always
say
do
anything.
You
But
can
it
repair
does.
your image down the long run. Look
but
at Brittany Mahomes.
She is not.
They hated her. She
somebody-
didn't say anything, and her actions changed
She's
the way
just
she
getting
gets
in the limelight this year, right? Like you don't, when you're not doing it every day, and you don't know these things, and there's something like this girl's a bitch. This girl, you should leave. He should leave her. They're engaged. Leave her. Leave her. Leave her. And it's like these people they're not made like it's not like it fucks with people, you know. Again, she's wrong for what she did. You just have to unfortunately, the world we live in is you can't defend yourself and you take it.
I don't think she was wrong. It was more just like not a smart move.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
long term, I don't think it's really gonna matter for me this video. Like I don't like it. Who cares?
No.
You know what I mean? But yeah, 'cause it's funny because even the thing that part getting kept getting clipped and making him look like a simp. It was funny because in the context of the video, she was actually more saying he's like a nice guy and like not like controlling and like that's actually what she was trying to say.
I've only heard he's a.
That's the way she was like saying it in the context. Like he doesn't like he doesn't fault me like that. He's like that he doesn't drink or smoke like that. I like want to go out and whatever. Like they're young. I get it. Like. I don't know.
Also, like if it works for them, what does it matter to anybody else?
Well, that's my point of like why does
why is anyone care?
Look, he could go home and hang out and then come back and pick her up.
But my thing,
I gotta ask, what's he doing? Yeah, like how do you don't want to just go home?
Like, what does that
matter? It doesn't bother me, but it bothers people.
Why would that bother anybody?
No, it doesn't.
It's just like an optics thing.
There's only so many hours in the day. He doesn't have any hobbies.
The optics thing is he's the number 2 guy in the draft, and he's sitting outside. Like, no, he plays video games.
Go home and play video games.
You know what I care about? I care about if he's committing crimes and number 2 to pick it up. If he's sitting outside a bar on his phone hanging out, I don't give a fuck.
Make sure his girlfriend gets home safe.
That sounds fine to me.
Yeah, play Georgia.
Is it something I would do? No, but all right, but he wants to do it. Go for it.
But also in the context of the story, like I'm sure there was plenty of times he probably did do that. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sure there were times he did that and came back.
He went play. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah,
I don't know. Like
my thing is more. It's not even about her like just shutting up. It's more just like you don't owe the public like an explanation.
No. You don't. And I will say on the
explanation of what, like
on
just
the other side, if you put yourself in the public eye, like Marty said, you're gonna get shit. No matter what, there's gonna be some faction of people that hate you, no matter if you're Mother Teresa or if you're,
Because I thought more she was addressing.
Doesn't matter who you are, you're gonna get
someone.
shit.
Someone dug something up that she had like an OnlyFans like 4 or 5 years ago or something, or that she was like. She was like a stripper like a few years ago. Like I don't even know if that's true. I don't know if any of that's true.
Now it gets weird. Right?
That's where people make like. Dude, it happens to me online all the time. Like when you're in a public relationship, they say things about you where you're like, "What the fuck, man?" And it's not true.
Yeah.
But then if you go on and say it's not true, it looks like it's true. So it's like because you look guilty because you're saying something and defending yourself. So I understand that aspect of what she's doing, but you do have to realize, stay quiet because it's just like as long as you two need to be good, and because once you address things, now it's opening more. Now it's like. Travis Hunter is a simp, and he sits outside a club waiting for her. I don't care, but the internet these days are going to run with that for so long.
I'll say this, too. If you're that obsessed with 2 college kids dating, maybe you need some hobbies.
It's also just it's one of those things people are just gonna want like he's gonna be a top 3 pick in the draft. He just won the Heisman. It's just something people are gonna talk about. They just see like.
But he's also a college. He's at a college.
You're thinking too rational.
Yeah, like
internet is the worst, and the internet now is like, they're in the public. This guy's a millionaire. I don't care. I could say whatever I want about him. He has so much money. That's what people say.
He's a public figure, and they're right. They can say what they want. To me, I'm not gonna spend my time thinking about a college kids in a relationship.
He also.
That's me though. I don't know.
He also defended her the night before on a stream, so it's like a lot of defending each other, which all of a sudden now, and I feel bad for them because sometimes just leave me alone.
Right.
You know, like I get it. You just want you guys are.
Maybe they'll learn their lesson. Maybe she'll dial back a little bit. I don't know. Maybe she won't. I don't know.
They're in college.
They
you guys have to realize they're fucking 20 years old.
Yeah, they're kids.
They're 20, 21.
What are we doing?
It's like they're gonna fucking make mistakes. But I get all sides.
As long as everyone's consensual and no one's breaking the law, go get them.
Rumble chat wants us to talk about college basketball last night.
Last night?
Yeah, this.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Amazing.
This is funny.
Adam Schefter.
I was doing something and then my phone blew up and Reeves had already beat me to. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, people think I took over Schefter's Twitter.
Adam Schefter has gained. He's always had my respect, obviously, which he does not need at all. But like this one, really, I wish he was the first one. He went back with him, but. That was unbelievable. Also, Doug Gottlieb, shut the fuck up.
Gottlieb has never been able to take his foot out of his mouth. He's always done dumb stuff. He's always done dumb stuff like this. When he was, I think he had like a quirk about the white man's perspective on the TNT set. The one time which joke went over like poorly. He still like judges people. You have a past of what he's done. I just think he's like he's always been a snarky asshole. And he can't help himself. You know what I mean? And then even this run of him, he finally gets a college job. He's been trying to get a college job forever. He's still doing his radio show. You know how bad the optics are on that?
Oh.
And then he's sharing memes about schedules of like, you don't do anything in December.
Give a fuck.
If I was the AD or somebody, I'd be like, bro, what are you doing?
Well, AD's a moron for hiring him. But
agreed.
Right.
No,
Right.
the AD's. I think you take a shot on guys like this.
Do you know the AD or something?
No, I don't know the AD, but
Why is what
it's
you're
Green
saying?
Bay. What's the fucking difference?
No, you bring you
bring in a name.
You were talking about the school
way
now.
Way negative.
No, we would never be talking about the school otherwise.
I think I'd rather have a good coach than have this negative. I would never want to play for Green Bay ever. You're
trying to bring attention to the program, though. I understand the mentality.
Yeah,
No, I'm not. I never would have hired him, but I get.
Hire Chris Mullen, who doesn't have a job right now, or something like someone along the lines of not a scum,
Chris
like a
Mullen want to
moron.
go work at Green
Mullen's
Bay.
not going to Green
No,
Bay.
but you know what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
in a different world, like Doug Gottlieb is such a clown in so many different ways. Where it's like, Rico's right. Imagine your coach is doing all the he's tweeting out like his schedule of like, okay, practice. Then I got 3 hours of my radio show. Then this, and you're also 2-12. It's like, and also tweeting that not knowing they're on a 7-game losing streak. It's like you don't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah,
and you're right. I
I
see your side about the notoriety, but it's just like you hired the wrong one.
Also,
That's fair.
point out what Schefter said was apparently fact.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like he basically was like clapping back, saying there's no way that's real. It's just like totally real.
It's real.
100%.
Also, very funny, Schefter, that he responded to the first tweet and then had the moment of like, got that like
fuck this guy.
Wait a second, like,
yeah.
you know what? Fuck this guy. Like, why is this guy calling me out? And just
Yes, the
you know
second,
what? I got
yeah.
time to he responded like rationally, and then the follow up tweet just to like drag his nuts on his
It's
face.
so funny with reporters.
Also, I love that he said the way he spelt Jesus. That's a God fearing man.
Yes, and you know what's really funny
He doesn't take the Lord's name in vain.
about
It's
reporters?
Jesus,
You can
J-E-Z.
you can like say something about the reporters' looks, their family, but if you say something wrong about their reporting, it's all over for them. It's like
how-
saying,
how dare you
It's
say
basically saying like I'm gonna fuck your wife if you say
Well, John Heyman on the fan last week flipped out for the same
Yes,
kinda,
he did.
same kind of thing.
because of yes.
I can't even believe it.
Yeah,
Can you believe it?
And John
McPherson
Heyman
was
is in
not a bad
Boris's
guy.
pocket.
Yes,
That's a fact.
So
I mean, did you see when Juan Soto signed?
so John Heyman.
Literally,
John
Soto
Heyman
went
blocked-
like this to Heyman.
John Heyman blocked me, so I'm not a John Heyman fan.
What did he do to Heyman? Like high five
He
him?
went, hit him on the shoulder. He saw him in the
tapped him
crowd
on
went
the
like
tummy.
this.
He was on
Juan
the
Soto
tummy.
went like this.
And he broke the
Juan Soto
news.
shouldn't give a fuck who John Heyman is.
Right.
I don't know if John Heyman's getting money from Boris. That's a big accusation.
Oh, it's not a big.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
not
that's a
money.
little crazy.
I don't know if it's
Maybe not money,
as
but he's
much
getting
as it's like,
information.
yeah, it's like
Yeah,
a, it's
no,
like
no,
a, it's
I'm
like a
not saying money.
handshake
It's
on
in
the
his
Well, that's
pocket.
what
Like
McPherson
I'm
said.
saying, he's holding his pocket.
Oh no,
Not-
McPherson said on the fan that he was getting money.
Oh, I don't think that.
Which is that's not right.
I don't think that. I think he's
Like I
just
said, John
like
Heyman blocked me, so I'm no John Heyman
he'll make
fan.
sure he does anything for Boris's clients. He's
Yes.
not like if it's something like he'll only say what he says.
It's no accident that he broke the story. Put it that way.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's
That's it.
that's two pals.
I mean that's a stomach
yeah.
tap. He's rubbing his belly.
Yeah, that's not a guy getting through the crowd at the bar.
No. Also, Juan Soto. There's a ton of different people. There's so many people there.
Yeah.
At first, I saw him do that. I was like, "Oh, who is that old guy?" And I went back. I was just fucking Heyman. College basketball tonight is actually pretty good.
Yeah, some good ones.
Really
We'll do picks now, and then I like Florida minus 3.5 against UNC. Florida at home. I think UNC's in
So
trouble.
these are two
Florida's got some
teams
bigs.
And I
like
don't
Florida.
know. Like Florida's burned me a little bit, and I like Florida. I don't know. I'm so confused on them right now. If I think they're good, but I think UNC stinks.
I don't know about Florida tonight. I just love them as a team. Walter Clayton's like one of my favorite players.
You
to
love
watch.
Walter Clayton.
He's the man. I was so happy he's back. He's unbelievable. Now he's short hair, Walter. He had the dreads last year. Now he's got the short hair. He's fantastic. I like.
Todd Golden's still the coach of Florida, right? Did that story go away?
I think so.
He had some issues.
Yeah,
Or like there was a story.
It was a weird thing with like the school paper, right? That it was like the school, like a school journalist or something was like had some story about.
Yeah,
was it infidelity or like something with a student or something?
It was like a relationship with the student.
So like, and it's
But
weird.
nothing's really came of it. Like
If you click news on Google, it's a month ago that the sexual harassment investigation. What is Title IX? And then it's all like Florida head coach Todd Golden reveals key reason for dominance after Gators crush Arizona State. Like they're back to just being like he's a good. It's
Michael
a weird.
Michael
it's been a
Vick
weird
is
run.
the head coach now.
Yeah, it's been a weird run.
People come, and there's also until
Vic served his time. And the man went to prison. How long are we gonna?
I mean, it's still bad.
I understand that people want to work on them, whatever. But guy did more time in jail than anyone's ever done for a dog crime. Just the truth.
Maybe don't commit the crime.
Picks.
Hey, he served his time.
He did. I'm not gonna go on a. I'm not gonna go. I just the crime was so heinous that it's hard for me to ever look past it as a fan. But like, I'm not saying he shouldn't work again, and I'm not saying he shouldn't be free. He served his time.
I have a nostalgic with Mike Vick. He's my favorite as a kid.
I have nostalgia of my dogs.
Picks, Clement.
He didn't kill your dog.
You could have.
Yeah.
Could've, I guess.
You got the
Actually
NBA
could've.
Cup. You got the NBA Cup final tonight too.
So
Minnesota. I'm sorry. Goal.
Let's go. We're talking about Michael Vick slaughtering dogs. We got the golden. We got the cup tonight. We're
Get the fuck away from that. It's Oklahoma City against Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, that's my pick tonight.
Has Milwaukee's officially like turned it around,
So
right? They were a disaster.
Darvingham
early.
is 13-0 in NBA Cup games. I will be taking Bucks money line plus 170 on DraftKings.
Not a lot of people
Darvingham,
talking
the
about
NBA
that
Cup
head
demon.
coach
I saw a
anymore.
clip too.
Rivers.
I mean, they've turned it around and then no one said a word.
Well, I mean, it was such a disaster last year. Let's see how he does in the playoffs.
No, but it was a disaster start, and it was like he's the worst coach of all time.
Oh,
and
he
I don't
is.
think he's a good coach.
Is Doc still the
I'm
coach?
not-
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, because he said Darvingham. And
He's the assistant.
Assistant. I'm not defending him at all. I
Right.
do think he's a horrible coach, but
he did turn.
he
it around,
did turn around, and it's like
I also heard
they
a
were saying
clip-
that like Giannis was going to get traded.
I also heard a clip Giannis saying
Yeah.
we want to win it for the guys at the end of the bench, the money and stuff
Yep.
like that. So I think
That's
they're
nice.
They all say that, though.
They do.
all right.
I
But
think they mean it.
he's actually.
I think
playing
so, too.
tonight, so
Well, I hope he means it by dropping 40 tonight.
yeah, who do you like?
So I'm on the Grizzlies minus 3.5. The Grizzlies have won their last 7 home games, and the Warriors have lost 8 of their last 10. Down on the Warriors, obviously, as I said in the show a lot. Grizzlies minus 3.5.
Ev.
I'm on Memphis today, -5. I think some of these bowl games, you got to just, like, don't overthink it. Like
I like Memphis
you,
too.
you have
tonight.
a West Virginia team who coach is gone, bunch of opt-outs versus a Memphis team who had a good season, good end to the season. Like, they beat Tulane, kind of spoiled their party. They have pretty much the whole team, to my knowledge, is playing for the most part. Like, Hannigan's playing their stud quarterback. I think it's a classic, just like motivation spot, these bowl games. And you got to look into that deep. I think Memphis just like rolls here.
Okay.
Memphis is the pick I like
as
the
well.
most. Yeah, I think they smash them. I think West Virginia kind of lays down here.
I'm
What do
going
we
to tell
got?
you right now, bowl season, not playoffs, not college playoff, bowl season, I will be looking at Jack Max and your guys' Twitters because I am not researching who's playing and who's not for these teams.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
It's
it's
too
gotten
much.
bowl season used to be a lot
Bowl
of fun,
season
man.
sucks.
I used
Yeah.
to print in high school. I used to print out the fucking the
they all
big thing
played.
of it.
Yeah,
You see
everyone
where they
played.
are. You get excited. You're in different things where you're picking all
We're like
the
half the
bowls.
playoffs now, though.
What?
Well, the playoffs are great.
But they're used,
I'm
but
only
they used
excited
to
for
care.
the
Like,
bowls
it
used to be
matter.
it used to
really
be
matter.
a lot of fun. You don't know who's fucking playing. You don't know who's coaching.
I actually
You
respect.
don't know who cares. These games are a what? If you can do, if you want to show me a good gambler, show me somebody who did well in bowl season. I'll also show you somebody who just got maybe flat out lucky.
No,
Yeah.
but you also,
It's
but I think you got
fucking
to
wild.
you see insane, like truly, you see like touchdown, 2 touchdown line movements because like the kind of players that are
Very
opting
hard.
out.
Yeah,
like,
like-
you'll have a team that literally like half their like Marshall is literally opted out of their bowl game because they can't
play
field
the bowl.
team.
They're not playing
That's
the
all,
bowl.
but that's also granted to give them like their AD. Fuck them. They literally fired a coach
Who they
or
wanted,
wouldn't extend
right?
him.
Yeah.
Who
So
they
what
all
do they do
wanted.
now? So
They
what
won
happens
the
now?
conference.
Army's not playing the bowl game.
They literally won their
Oh.
conference.
That kind of sucks for the Army kids.
No. Louisiana Tech is playing instead.
Oh, good. They found somebody else.
Oh, really?
They brought a 5-7
Okay.
team.
All right, good.
All right.
All right, good.
A non-bowl eligible team that's.
So that's all, but I don't want the kids to miss out. That kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
No, but I feel bad. Like Marshall, like they literally won the fucking Sun Belt.
That's
They're
crazy.
conference champions, and they were supposed to play another team that won the conference, like almost like 2 G5 teams that won their conference. That obviously didn't make the playoff, getting to play each other, kind of like a cool bowl game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just sucks. Like obviously the coach is leaving because they didn't want to hire him or I guess re-sign him.
Which is crazy.
And then so like the whole
If you
team,
win the conference.
literally like the whole team is leaving because of that.
Oh boy.
Like I ranted about it the last time, and it just annoys the fuck out of me. Like it just makes no sense to me. This guy's done well at your school, literally wins the conference. He wants to be your coach, and you're like, nah, we're good.
NIL's
It just
also
makes no
so
sense.
crazy now that like the backup for Penn State, who's a good
Yeah,
quarterback,
Bo Perbola.
he's transferred.
Perbola.
They have a playoff game.
It's
They're in
well, it's a
playoffs.
joke. The whole thing. They
And
need to
they're-
move the.
He's dropped out of. He's off the team now, and because he's transferring, and the NIL, and if he's obviously getting NIL from another team, so they're like, you cannot, just in case
can't
Drew Aller
wait.
gets hurt,
Yeah.
and you go in and you get hurt, you're not getting that NIL money. So now his team that he's been with for 2 years now, or is it just 1 year?
I think 3.
3 years.
And this year he plays
And
like
he
they
plays-
play him in packages. Like he
It's
legitimately.
like, and
plays.
also like just in case he gets hurt, you can win a national championship, but he's
Well,
off the team.
It's such a
transfer.
broken
Well,
system, though, that they're competing for a national championship, and he's like, I got to get out of here.
Well, it's
It's also smart
the
by him.
portal. The
Yeah,
portal
but-
window needs to be
Unfortunately.
because it's not even. It's actually not even as much. It is partly injury, but more of it is that like all the quarterbacks are going to be like moving around. You need to get that money. Like he's.
No, I agree. Yeah.
He's like he would be one of the more sought after.
Why can't they start the window later?
No, that's what they need to
They
do.
need to do that.
No
Right
rules.
now, it's the Wild West. No one's fucking controlling this thing.
Supposedly in April, there's new rules.
Because the players like the in theory, Perbola, like he's on Penn State, obviously, so he could have like waited until the season, basically whenever they lose, or say they made all the way national title. I think it's like either 5 or 7 days after they get a window, but like like everyone's moved around already. Like it's like basically it'd be like going into free agency at the very end when there's like all the signings have happened.
Right.
All these teams like they spent their NIL
Like
money.
Snell or Jordan Montgomery.
They spent their NIL money and they've like used their resources. They were afraid they were going to lose you, so they went and got another quarterback. Because they're talking with him like big schools, like I think like Mizzou, UCF, West Virginia, like big time schools that want him to be their starting quarterback next year. And it's not his fault. Like Franklin came out saying like it's a broken system. It really is.
And also, like,
bullshit.
Drew Aller's going to come back, and like the quarterback's going to like he's
going
like,
back
I'm not
next
gonna
year.
play next year on Penn State anyway. It is correct, but like I was talking to a basketball coach, and they said April there's like a hearing, and supposedly there's going to be some actual like changes where
They
it's
have
like,
to.
There's going to be a company looking at everyone's NIL and making sure it's no bullshit. Like there's no like this random company that doesn't exist giving them $200,000 or something like they got to like show everything, which I think will help the system, and I think there's going to be regulations to it.
I have some unfortunate news. The Rumble chat has advised me that Clemmer's Grizzlies Warriors pick, that game is being played on Thursday, not tonight.
Oh yeah, there's only one game tonight.
Oh, all right.
And also I've been advised that UNC at Florida is in Charlotte tonight, not in Florida.
Okay.
So I
Well,
just wanna have-
I'm still riding with
There's a
that.
jump
Did I say it was home?
Yeah, but that's
Yes.
fine. That's
Did
fine.
I? Okay.
Fusco. It says if you're looking
Yeah.
at it, it says Florida. You have to click. It says invitation.
Yeah. All right.
I was on the DraftKings
That's my
app,
bad.
and
I'd make
I
fun
didn't-
of
I
you,
didn't look at the
Florida. I've done that all the
Feel
time.
free to make fun of me for that, but I still like the pick. So
I just felt that we should like have some correction.
No, Clemmer,
so
you
people
can
make
come
fun
at us
of.
after.
You can make fun
Clemmer,
of
you can
me,
make
that's
fun of
fine.
when the game's on Thursday. It's 2 games away. Yeah.
Your
Yeah,
Memphis
so-
game?
oh,
When's your
man.
Memphis game?
Memphis is.
So there's only
Oh,
one game
football.
today. There's only one game
no
tomorrow.
game. No
There's
games
no-
tomorrow.
No games tomorrow.
no
What the fuck are we
football.
doing? Why
There's no NBA games tomorrow?
no NBA games tomorrow?
None.
That's crazy. Why?
Why is that?
I don't know.
All from the cup.
This fucking cup.
There's 2 bowl games
What are
tomorrow.
we doing?
All right, let me
Bowl
go
games
through
tomorrow.
these.
JMU Cal.
I have
tomorrow.
DePaul plus 12.5 against St.
Careful.
John's.
St. John's is a buzzsaw.
They're really good. St. John's. I mean, DePaul also hasn't played any.
trying
Go
to
to
think.
Paul.
Trying to think the only way I can
I
fucking.
love St. John's.
The only way I can piss off the St. John's people is putting a future on them.
You should. You should.
Even more.
You should do a
I don't know.
dramatic-
They're pretty scary, man.
You
They
should do a
fucking hate me.
dramatic video being like, I found this random team no one's talking about, and like go on a tangent about
Ray
this.
Phil said unfortunate news. I thought someone died.
I thought it was like really bad
Like, oh
news.
fuck, this is horrible.
Duke
Sorry.
minus 19.5. George Mason hasn't played anybody. I'm gonna go with you guys. Florida minus 3.5. You guys seem to really like that. Is Duke's?
No, he
Duke's
does.
I like Florida.
Like Florida. Oh, you just like the
I
Florida.
just
team.
don't
I just like the
UNC.
team. I like the team. I'm not betting them tonight.
Dukes isn't here, right?
No.
UNLV plus 10.5. Dayton's getting all this credit now. They're ranked 22.
Yo,
Things are going.
Dayton's good.
Dayton's really good.
Like really good.
Oh no, we're in for a brutal between
like,
Duke
really good.
and Dayton.
yeah.
This show is going to be so fucking.
What about
good.
Alabama?
And Alabama? Sorry, I'm sorry. And Alabama.
Ohio
State
we
stinks.
stink.
Lot of
Ohio
pressure.
State stinks.
I thought we were gonna be good.
And
We're
Duke
not.
fan Clemmer, you're wearing the pants
Yeah.
today. They're playing
A lot
tonight.
of pressure.
I'm going with South Carolina system
I like
play
that. I like that.
plus 2.5 at home against Clemson.
That.
And I'm going with I liked one more game.
I think you should just take every SEC team you can against everybody else.
yeah.
The way they're playing, right? So South Carolina, that's kind of why I like Florida here. Like, the SEC is just that good.
Clemson's good. Clemson's
yeah, but
good.
the SEC is
UNC
really,
is
really
still
good.
good. Like when I say they stink, I'm
Yeah.
always going to say they stink. But
The
UNC
SEC is really good.
Like RJ Davis can literally beat Florida by himself if he wanted to. Like if he really goes off. I'm going Seton Hall plus 8.5 against Villanova.
Oh, Seton Hall's so bad.
Yeah, but they almost beat Rutgers. I think Rutgers, their cast sucks. And I think those two are just really good. And then I'm going Auburn minus 39.5.
Georgia State.
Georgia State stinks.
I'm really upset that game's not because so people know. I'm down 6.6 units for the year. The only way I can win, Ev and I talked. The only way I can win the official trophy.
It was something we'd always done in the show.
It's just totally fair.
You
Totally
gotta be
fair.
positive.
You have to be positive. So even though I have the best record on the show, if I'm not positive, you don't win anything for me.
We'd even done that when we used to do like really go hardcore about the months. We were always like, if no one went positive for the month, it was like no winner.
I'm fine with that. That's fine. No issue with that. But I have to make up 6.62 credits. Okay. And I thought, this is a good pick. Now I got no pick today. It's just like now I'm running out of time.
Go find a new one.
I don't know what
the NBA Cup.
Yeah, there's NBA
I
Cup.
don't want to do the NBA Cup.
There's plenty of college basketball tonight. You got a bowl game.
DraftKings, there's things available all the
I
time.
know that's true. That's true. Thank God for DraftKings.
We'll end the show, but just Ev. There's some loose like radioactive things in Newark.
Is that what the drones are for?
What the fuck?
That's what the drones are for, I bet.
We're aware a threat came in and through the port Newark. Maybe that's radioactive material.
Yeah, I don't read.
I'm telling you, it's these drones.
Seems
That's what they're
depressing.
looking for.
New
Maybe we
Jersey
should.
Mayor Michael Melham says radioactive material in New Jersey went missing. How does it go missing? This isn't fucking hide and seek.
Maybe we shouldn't shoot down the drones. I might have been wrong on Saturday.
Is there
we
a
should have them up, and they should be looking for
Is there a job that's like some guy sits next to the nuke all day? That should be a job.
Homer Simpson.
Just in case, so no one steals it or goes Did someone misplace the nuke?
I don't know.
Or maybe someone stole it,
Scary. Around Christmas time,
like
too.
a bad guy.
Someone wanted a nuke for Christmas. I mean, what can you say?
See, this is why I'm getting out of here for Christmas. That's why.
Yep,
Still,
that's
it'll
it.
Find you.
All right, Phil, fire it up. What do you got tonight?
Bucks money line.
Bucks money line. All right.
NBA Cup. Let's go.
Surviving Barstool at 8 o'clock tonight resumes tonight. Episode 7. We just saw, spoiler alert, we just saw Clemmer go home. Yep.
Rest in peace,
4.
Pizza 4.
One of the most, I will say,
Insane.
if we can get one of those shirts that like can do a meme on a shirt, this was unbelievable.
all the way to the end.
Check it out tonight,
All the way
8
to the
o'clock.
end.
Screaming everywhere. Tonight, 8 o'clock. Yeah, come next.